equipment quite like an Audi Q5. It's been the people's premium SUV of choice since it arrived nearly 10 years ago, and it's just entered its second generation with this all-new model. And yes, this really is a whole new model. As is typical with Audi, the redesign has been more evolutionary than revolutionary, and bar a few minor tweaks to the grille and shoulder lines, you could argue that it doesn't look a whole lot different to the last one. But then again, when it looks like this, why would you want it to? But no matter how pretty it is and how flash the badge, an SUV still needs to be what an SUV needs to be, which is both spacious and practical. So we'll start with the less glamorous end and have a look in the boot. But to be honest, with its automatic tailgate, even back here, it still feels pretty fancy. It's absolutely enormous inside, and if you go for the optional sliding rear bench, you can extend that further again by sliding the back seats forward. Or if you want to go completely mad in IKEA one day, you can fold them down and make yourself a mini van. Pop them back up, and space in the back is generous, but only really for the outer two, because if you've got a middle seat passenger, they're going to struggle a bit with this large hump in the middle. But if you don't have a middle seat passenger, the outer two are going to live in the lap of luxury, because you've got loads of head and leg room, you can recline, you've got a pull down centre armrest complete with cup holders. And if you go for the 3-zone air conditioning, you can even have your own climate zone, allowing you to choose a different temperature than what's in the front. Back in my day, we were lucky to have pop-out windows back here. Things get even better in the front because you've got Audi's fantastic Mmi Infotainment system to play with, which you control via this dial and touchpad in the centre here, and is without doubt one of the most impressive systems on the market at the moment. This one is also kitted out with a technology pack, which includes wireless phone charging, Audi Connect and the virtual cockpit, which if you haven't seen, you really need to because it's just fantastic. It is an option though, and a lot of what I mentioned is, which is one bad thing about Audi, because the type of things that they put as options tend to be the things that you really want. Having said that, standard equipment is not exactly bad, and all models come with the level of kit you'd expect, including 18-inch alloy wheels, full leather upholstery and heated seats. This S-Line model upgrades those wheels to 19 inches, adds the Alcantara S-Line trim and steering wheel and the sportier S-Line styling. There's a crazy amount of safety equipment on board too, with lots of driver assisting features available like lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, various different warning systems to let you know if there's anything in your way in any direction, and it's even got a system to help you improve how efficiently you drive. Because of all that, there's really not a whole lot to worry about when driving a Q5. Now this is the top of the range 2-litre TDI. It's also the more powerful 190 HP version with the S-Tronic automatic gearbox and Audi's Quattro 4-wheel drive system. But despite all that, because of its size, it's still not exactly what you'd call fun to drive, although it does feel very big and powerful, and that's fun in its own way. There is a petrol option in the 2-litre TFSI as well as a lower powered diesel, although most people tend to go for the extra pulling power in this one because despite being 90 kilos lighter than the last one, you do feel like you need it. Great sound insulation in the cabin and a spot-on suspension setup make it a quiet, refined and extremely comfortable way to get around. Fuel economy is pretty decent too, again considering the size, at 5 litres per 100 kilometres, and it won't completely destroy the atmosphere either, with CO2 emissions of 132 grams a kilometre, meaning you can tax it for €280 a year. And that's the new Audi Q5. Not a whole lot different, but still somehow a whole lot better. And those 4 rings tend to guarantee strong residuals when the time comes to move up to your next Q. You can see the Q5 for yourself at your local Audi dealer, and you can find out where they are on CarsIreland.ie. Or perhaps you'd like to check out what the competition have to offer. And if you'd like to see more videos like this one, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.